Hey sis, what's new? Haven't heard from you in a while. Everything okay?
Jake! I'm so glad you messaged me. I've got some absolutely incredible news that I've been dying to share with you.
Oh wow, you've got me really curious now. What's going on?
I can barely contain my excitement. Are you ready for this?
Come on, don't keep me in suspense. What's the big news?
Okay, here it goes. I'm engaged!
No way! Are you serious? That's absolutely fantastic news.
I know, right? I'm still in shock myself. It feels like I'm walking on clouds.
I'm so happy for you, Emma. This is incredible. I can't believe my little sister's getting married.
Thank you so much, Jake. Your support means the world to me. I'm over the moon with happiness.
I bet you are. This is such a huge milestone. I'm really proud of you, sis.
Oh, you're going to make me cry. But in a good way, of course.
Well, we can't have that. Seriously, I'm thrilled for you. This calls for a celebration.
Absolutely. We definitely need to get together soon to celebrate properly.
For sure. We'll plan something special. But first, tell me more about this engagement. How did it happen?
Oh, it was so romantic. He took me on a surprise weekend getaway to this beautiful coastal town.
It sounds lovely. I'm all ears. Give me all the details.
Well, we spent the day exploring the town, and then he suggested a sunset walk on the beach. As we were walking, he started talking about our relationship and how much I meant to him. Then, just as the sun was setting, he got down on one knee and proposed. It was like a dream.
Wow, that's straight out of a romance movie. You really pulled out all the stops, huh?
He really did. I was completely surprised and overwhelmed with joy.
I'm so glad he made it special for you. You deserve nothing less, sis.
Thank you, Jake. That means so much coming from you.
So, is it that tech guy you've been seeing? The one you've been talking about for months?
Yes, that's him. I can't believe you remembered.
Of course I remembered. You've been so happy since you started dating him. I pay attention to these things, you know.
Oh, you're the best big brother ever. And yes, it's him. He's everything I've ever wanted in a partner.
I'm really glad to hear that. It's clear he makes you happy. That's what matters most.
He really does. I feel so lucky to have found him.
You deserve all the happiness in the world, Emma. I'm just glad you found someone who appreciates you for who you are.
Thank you, Jake. Your support means everything to me. Oh, but there is one thing I should mention.
What's that?
Well, remember how I told you his job might be taking him to California?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something about that. Is that still happening?
Yes, it is. In fact, it's pretty much confirmed now. So, I might be moving to California after we get married.
Oh, wow. A big move. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited, but also a little nervous. It's a big change, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine. It's a whole new chapter of your life.
Exactly. But I think it's going to be an amazing adventure.
That's the spirit. And hey, California isn't that far. We can still visit each other.
Absolutely. You'll have to come out and see us once we're settled.
You can count on it. I wouldn't miss the chance to see my little sister's new life in California.
I'm so glad to hear that. I was worried about being so far from the family.
Distance doesn't change how much we care about each other. We'll always be close, no matter where you live.
You're right. Thanks for being so supportive, Jake.
Always. That's what big brothers are for, right?
You're the best. Seriously.
Hey, it's cool. I think it's awesome that you're taking this big step. You should absolutely be with the person you love. That's what matters most.
I'm so glad you feel that way. Your opinion means a lot to me.
Of course. I just want you to be happy. And it sounds like this move is going to open up a lot of opportunities for you both.
It really is. I'm excited about the possibilities.
Speaking of which, you're not worried about moving to California, are you? It's a big change from what you're used to.
To be honest, I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited. You know, I've always dreamed of living in a Spanish-speaking area. California has such a rich Hispanic culture. I'm looking forward to immersing myself in it.
That's right. You've always been passionate about Spanish culture. This is perfect for you.
Exactly. Though I have to admit, I'm not super confident in my Spanish yet. I mean, I can get by, but I'm worried about really integrating into the community.
Come on, you studied in Mexico. Give yourself some credit. Your language skills are solid. I've heard you speak Spanish. You're really good.
You really think so? I always feel like I stumble over my words.
Trust me, you're being too hard on yourself. Your Spanish is impressive. Remember that time you acted as a translator for that lost tourist family? You handled it like a pro.
Oh yeah, I had forgotten about that. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
See? You've got this. Your language skills are way better than you give yourself credit for.
Thanks, Jake. It means a lot to hear you say that.
I'm just being honest. You've worked hard to learn Spanish and it shows. You're going to do great in California. I have no doubt about it.
Your confidence in me is really boosting my spirits. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. You've got this, sis. Follow your heart and go for it with your head held high.
I will. Your support means everything to me, Jake.
Always. I'm so proud of you, Emma. You've grown into an amazing woman.
Stop it! You're going to make me cry again.
Sorry. I'll tone down the mushy stuff. But seriously, your fiancé seems like a great guy. You did well finding someone like him.
He really is wonderful. I feel so lucky.
You deserve someone great. I'm glad you found each other. You know, Olivia's gonna be so jealous when she hears about this.
Oh no, I hadn't even thought about that. You're probably right.
Yeah, you know how she gets. She can't stand it when good things happen to other people.
I know, right? It's like she thinks happiness is a limited resource or something.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. You know how Olivia is. She can't be happy for anyone else. She's just hot-headed. It'll blow over eventually.
I hope so. I'd really like her to be happy for me, you know?
I know. But try not to let it get to you. This is your moment to be happy.
You're right. I shouldn't let her reaction dampen my excitement. I'm used to it by now, I guess. It's just, it would be nice if she could share my happiness for once.
I understand. It's natural to want your sister to be happy for you.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Olivia, are you still giving her money sometimes?
Yeah. When she's short on cash, which seems to be all the time lately.
I swear, I've never seen her without a job, though. How is she always broke?
She can't keep one for long. It's a constant cycle with her. With her attitude, she's always getting into trouble at work. It's like she can't help but burn bridges.
That's so frustrating. I wish she could say her behavior affects her life.
Me too. But you know Olivia. She never thinks she's the problem.
Yeah, you're right. It's sad, really. I hope she meets someone nice. Maybe that'll change her perspective on things.
That would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath. She needs to work on herself first.
True. I think she's still hung up on what happened last year. You know, with her engagement falling through right before the wedding.
Oh yeah, that whole mess. What a disaster that was.
I know it was her fault, but still, anyone would be upset if their engagement fell through like that.
Yeah, but it was entirely her own fault. She cheated on her fiancé. What did she expect?
I know. It doesn't excuse her behavior, but it's still a huge shock, right? Going from planning your wedding to suddenly being single, it must be hard.
I guess you're right. It's a big life change, even if it was her own doing.
Exactly. I think we need to be there for her, even when she makes it difficult. We're all the family we've got left since Mom and Dad passed.
You've always been so kind to everyone, Emma. Even when they don't deserve it. No wonder you found such a great guy. There aren't many people as sweet as you out there.
Oh, stop it. You're embarrassing me. I'm not that special.
You are, though. You always see the best in people, even when they make it hard.
Well, if we're talking about good people, what about you? You've always taken care of Olivia, even when she's at her most difficult.
Well, she is my sister after all. I can't just ignore her when she needs help.
But not everyone would do that. You're a good brother, Jake.
Thanks, Emma. I try to do what I think is right.
You do, and I appreciate you so much for it.
Thanks, sis. That means a lot.
We should probably tell Olivia about the engagement soon, huh?
Yeah, probably. Want me to do it? Might be easier coming from me.
Would you mind? I hate to ask, but...
No problem at all. I've got your back.
You're the best, Jake. Thank you so much.
Anytime, sis. That's what family is for. Yeah, got a minute? I need to talk to you about something.
What is it now? I'm busy.
It's important. It's about Emma.
What about her? Did she finally realize her boyfriend is too good for her?
Actually, it's the opposite. I heard the news about Emma.
What news? What are you talking about?
Emma's getting married. Her boyfriend proposed.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. She just told me. Isn't it great?
Great. What's so great about it? I'm so pissed.
What? Why are you angry? This is happy news.
That little brat. How dare she get married before me, the oldest? What is she thinking? She's too young to get married.
Come on, Olivia. Emma's not a kid anymore. She's old enough to make her own decisions. Besides, Emma's fiancé is moving to California for work, remember? They need to get married soon if they want to start their life together there.
So what? They could do long distance. There's no need to rush into marriage.
That's not fair, Olivia. Long distance relationships are hard. Why should they put their lives on hold? Come on, that's cruel. How long should Emma wait? Until you get married?
Maybe she should. I'm the oldest. I should be getting married first.
That's ridiculous, Olivia. This isn't a competition.
Easy for you to say. You wouldn't understand because you're a guy. Women care about the order of marriage. It's humiliating to have your younger sister marry first.
Nobody cares about that stuff these days, Olivia. It's the 21st century.
You always take Emma's side. Is she your favorite or something?
I'm not taking sides. Just happy for her.
You are. You always have. You and Emma were always mom and dad's favorites too.
That's not true and you know it. Mom and dad loved us all equally.
Yeah, right. All our relatives love Emma more too. It's so obvious.
Emma gets along with everyone because she's friendly and kind. Plus, she's the youngest cousin. It makes sense that people are fond of her. Puts effort into her relationships.
What's so great about her? She's always smiling like an idiot. Any guy who falls for her must be crazy. She's not even that pretty.
That's unkind, Olivia. Emma's fiancé loves her for who she is, not just her looks. Her fiancé is a good guy. He's smart, humble, and apparently doing well financially. They're a great match. You should be happy for them.
Oh, is that right? I heard he's into investing or something. He must have quite a bit saved up. No wonder Emma's clinging to him.
It's not fair. Emma's not with him for his money.
It's so annoying. How did Emma land such a catch? I'm way prettier than her. I should be the one marrying a rich guy.
Being jealous won't change anything, Olivia. You should focus on your own life. By the way, how much are you planning to give for the wedding gift? What's the normal amount for siblings to give? I want to make sure I give enough.
Huh? Give? What are you talking about?
The wedding gift, Olivia. You know, it's customary to give a gift to the newlyweds.
I'm not giving anything. Why should I?
What? We can't do that. We're the bride's siblings. It would look really bad if we didn't give a gift. Plus, it's Emma. She deserves something nice.
So what? Emma's marrying a rich guy, right? Why should I give them money? If anything, they should be giving me money. I'm the one who needs it.
Why would they give you money? It doesn't make any sense. This is their wedding, Olivia. It's about celebrating their love and future together.
Ugh. Everything about this sucks. I can't believe this is happening. I'm not following some outdated custom of giving money to people who don't need it.
It's not about need, Olivia. It's about showing support and love for our sister. Besides, you borrowed money from Emma plenty of times, right? She's always been there for you. She's treated you to meals too. Can't you at least give a small gift? It's the thought that counts, especially for family.
I don't want to give Emma a single cent. She doesn't deserve it.
Come on, don't be like that. This is our sister we're talking about. Let's just be happy for her. How many times has she helped you out?
I never asked for her help. She just offered.
What? But you took money from her and from me too. Why are you being so difficult about this?
I didn't ask for help. It's expected.
What do you mean?
I'm the oldest. It's natural for you two to obey me. If I run out of money, you're supposed to give me more. It's obvious.
What the hell? That's so messed up. Are younger siblings supposed to be slaves to their older siblings or something? It's not how family works, Olivia.
You two are supposed to serve me for life. That's how it should be. And now Emma's trying to escape to California? How convenient for her. I guess I'll just have to make you serve me for life instead, Jake.
No way. Don't decide things on your own. I helped you because I care about you, not because I'm obligated to serve you. This attitude of yours is exactly why people distance themselves from you.
Whatever, I don't care what you think. Just give me money when I need it.
You know what? I'm done with this conversation. It's going nowhere. I'm going to get Emma a nice wedding gift. You do what you want.
Fine, be that way. You'll regret this when I'm successful and you need my help.
Sure, Olivia. Whatever you say.
Hey, Jake. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the wedding gift. It was so generous.
You're welcome, Emma. I'm glad you liked it.
And thanks for handling all the greetings at the wedding in place of Mom and Dad. I know it must have been emotional for you. It meant a lot to have you there.
Of course. I want to make sure Mom and Dad were represented. They would have been so proud of you.
I'm sure they would have been proud of both of us. You've been such an amazing brother.
Thanks, Emma. It means a lot to hear.
I really appreciate the gift, but I'm a little confused. Why only $1? Is there something behind it that I'm not getting? I tried looking it up but couldn't find anything about $1 wedding gift tradition.
What? I put $1,000 in there. What do you mean there was only $1?
Really? Are you sure? The envelope only had a single dollar bill in it when we opened it.
Yes, I'm absolutely certain. I specifically went to the bank to get 10 $100 bills. I put them in the envelope myself. There's no way I would have made that mistake.
That's so strange. Are you sure it was your envelope?
Yeah, it had my name on it. I wrote it myself. This is really weird. Was there a gift thief at the wedding? But if so, why would they leave $1? That doesn't make sense.
You think someone stole it? Oh no, that's terrible. Maybe I should ask the venue about it. They might have security cameras or something.
Wait a second. Before we do that, let's think this through. Who was in charge of the gifts at the wedding? Do you remember?
Well, the gifts were at the reception desk first. My friends and my husband's friends were manning it, but there were too many people around for anyone to steal anything without being noticed. Then the reception desk staff should have handed them over to the venue staff.
So the venue was in charge of them after that, right? Were there any other envelopes with missing money, or was it just mine?
I don't think so. We haven't noticed anything else missing. If only part of the money was taken from other envelopes, we might not have noticed. But there weren't any other envelopes with just $1 like yours.
This is really bothering me. I feel terrible that my gift was compromised.
Don't feel bad, Jake. It's not your fault at all.
I know, but still. I wanted to do something special for your wedding.
Your presence was the real gift. The money doesn't matter.
Thanks, Emma. You're always so understanding. But I can't help wondering, did I make a mistake when I put the money in? Maybe I was more nervous about the wedding than I realized.
No way, you wouldn't do that. You're always so careful with things like this. Jake, was there any time when someone else could have taken the envelope? Did you let anyone hold on to it for you, even for a moment?
Let me think. Now that you mention it, I did give it to someone for about 5 minutes when I went to the bathroom.
Oh? Who did you give it to?
Oh no. Olivia. I gave it to Olivia.
Olivia? Our sister Olivia?
Yes, she must have stolen the money while I was in the bathroom.
Jake, are you sure? That's a pretty serious accusation.
I know it sounds bad, but think about it. Makes sense. Remember how upset she was about your engagement? And how she refused to give a gift?
I remember, but would she really steal from us? Her own siblings?
I hate to say it, but I think she would. She's been acting really entitled lately. Plus, she's always complaining about needing money. This is exactly the kind of thing she might do.
No, Jake. This is horrible. What should we do?
I think we need to confront her. This can't go on.
You're right, but how do we do it? She'll just deny everything.
Leave it to me. I'll talk to her. We need to talk.
What now? I'm busy.
It's about Emma's wedding gift, the one I gave her.
Oh, you finally figured it out?
So you admit it. You stole the money.
You're such an idiot for trusting me with the gift. Did you really think I'd just hand over $1,000 to Emma?
What the hell were you thinking? You straight up stole it. That was Emma's wedding gift. How could you do that to your own sister?
The $1,000 is way too much for a wedding gift. Were you trying to show off or something? It's not like it means anything to Emma anyway. She's marrying rich, remember? I'll put it to better use. I actually need the money.
Are you kidding me? Give the money back right now. I prepared that $1,000 for Emma. It wasn't yours to take.
I told you, didn't I? Emma's rich now. $1,000 is nothing to her. She doesn't need it anymore. I do, so I took it.
That's not the point. It's not about whether she needs it or not. I told you it's about the gesture. About showing love and support for our sister.
Don't be stupid. Who cares about gestures? It's so dumb. Money is money. It should go to the person who needs it most.
And you think that's you? After all the times Emma and I have helped you out? Aren't you ashamed of yourself acting like a petty thief? Mom and Dad would be so disappointed if they could see you now. When are you going to grow up and stop causing problems for everyone around you?
Shut up! Don't bring Mom and Dad into this. Mom and Dad wouldn't care. When you're dead, that's it. Game over. That's why I'm going to live my limited life however I want.
Even if it means stepping all over your sister and brother? Even if it means ruining relationships and betraying the people who care about you?
Of course. You're just stepping stones to me. In the end, you're just ATMs. That's all siblings are good for.
Me too? After everything I've done for you?
Yes, you too. You're no different. Now that you get it, hurry up and give me money. You've been stingy lately. It's time to pay up. Pay up for all the times you didn't before. $30,000 should do it.
That's enough. I can't deal with this anymore.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Dad died when we were young, and Mom passed away from illness 5 years ago. You know what Mom's last words to me were? She told me to support each other as siblings, to take care of each other. That's why I've been helping you all this time. It was Mom's dying wish. But I'm done now. I can't do this anymore. Continuing to enable your selfishness isn't good for either of us.
What? You can't be serious.
I'm serious. Dead serious. It's your life. Do what you want with it. But take responsibility for your own actions. That's what being an adult means.
You can't just cut me off. I'm your sister.
A sister who just admitted to seeing me as nothing more than an ATM? A sister who stole from her other sister on her wedding day? I'm done, Olivia. I really am.
You'll regret this. You need me.
No, Olivia. You need us. But you've taken advantage of that for the last time. Goodbye, Olivia. I hope you figure things out someday.
Jake, wait! You can't do this.
From that day on, I blocked Olivia. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, but I knew it was necessary. Not just for my own well-being, but for Emma's too. We couldn't keep enabling Olivia's toxic behavior. I occasionally heard about her from mutual acquaintances. The stories were never good. Apparently, Olivia was sued for damages by the wives of 5 men she had affairs with, leaving her with a mountain of debt. But since she already had a significant debt from her reckless spending and job hopping, she couldn't borrow from regular lenders anymore and turned to loan sharks. Rumor has it that she was caught by the loan shark and is now working in terrible conditions somewhere to pay off her debts. Part of me feels guilty, wondering if things would have turned out differently if I had continued to help her. But then, I remember all the chances she had, all the times Emma and I tried to guide her towards a better path. In the end, these were the consequences of her own choices. I still keep in regular contact with Emma. When she had her baby, I flew out to California to visit. It was a joyous occasion, tinged with a bit of sadness that Olivia wasn't there to share in it. But Emma's little family is thriving, and it warms my heart to see her so happy. As for me, I also met someone in my new town and got married. We're expecting our first child soon. The experience with Olivia has made me reflect deeply on family, responsibility, and the values I want to pass on to my children. Everyone has their own paths to happiness, but I believe that meaningful connections with others are essential. And to maintain those connections, it's crucial to treat people with kindness and respect. That's something I want to teach my child, with patience and love. I often think about Olivia, hoping that she's found a way to turn her life around. Maybe someday, if she can show that she's changed, we can rebuild our relationship. But for now, I focus on the family I have. Emma, my wife, and our soon-to-be-born child. I'm determined to break the cycle of toxicity and create a loving, supportive environment for the next generation. In the end, the whole experience has taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for someone is to stop enabling their destructive behavior. It's a hard lesson, but one that I'll carry with me always, as I strive to be the best brother, husband, and father I can be.
Jake, the living expenses for this month are even less than last month. Did you make a mistake with the amount?
No, I'm serious about giving you only $500 this month. I gave you $700 last month, and you managed, right? I'm paying the rent, so that should be enough to live on. I've been giving you too much until now. I was really losing out.
You're paying the rent, but $500 isn't enough for food, utilities, internet, and household items. You have lots of subscriptions and insurance payments too. Even $700 wasn't enough last month.
Sarah, you need to budget more.
I am budgeting.
Well, you're not budgeting enough. Remember that TV show where people lived on $100 a month?
That was just a TV program.
Even so, it shows you can live on $100. I actually want to give you $300 for the two of us, but I'm giving you $500. You should be grateful to kind me. I'm being generous right now.
You're getting your full salary, so please contribute more to the household expenses.
Look, I work hard every day. Why should you control how much of my money goes into the house? What's wrong with me wanting more money for myself? I need to spend money on suits and accessories. It's different for a stay-at-home wife like you. Try to understand that.
I understand that you need to spend money on work-related things, but we really can't manage with so little money.
Stop trying to increase your spending money. It's disgusting how greedy you are for someone who doesn't even have a job.
I barely have any money to use at all, and if you're going to treat me like I'm unemployed, then I'll get a job. That way you'll have more money to use too, right?
What are you talking about? My mother forbade you from working.
Then increase the living expenses.
I told you to try living on $500. Don't say it's impossible when you haven't even tried.
It wasn't enough with $700, so I know it won't be enough without trying.
Well, you managed somehow, right? A housewife doesn't need much money anyway. Try harder for our life together. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing housework every day too.
Oh, please. Living by just doing housework is like playing on easy mode. You're underestimating what real work is actually like. You have no idea how comfortable your situation is compared to what I have to go through. My job is to earn money. Why should I have to do housework? Women always get so full of themselves. I thought you weren't that kind of woman, Sarah. I'm disappointed.
Am I saying something wrong?
Everything you're saying is wrong. Be more grateful to me for working. Otherwise, you might get abandoned, especially since you're a foster kid with no parents. You should try harder not to get thrown away.
Jake, that's incredibly hurtful. You know my background is a sensitive topic for me.
Well, maybe you need to hear it. You don't seem to appreciate what you have.
What I have? You mean a husband who belittles me and refuses to provide enough for basic necessities?
Don't twist my words. I provide plenty. You're just wasteful.
How am I wasteful? I've been cutting expenses absolutely everywhere I can.
Yeah, obviously not enough. Maybe you should start growing your own vegetables or something.
In our tiny apartment balcony? That's not realistic, Jake.
See? You always have excuses. No wonder you can't manage money.
This isn't about money management. It's about you not providing enough in the first place.
I provide everything you need. You're just ungrateful.
Ungrateful? For what? The bare minimum?
The bare minimum? I gave you a roof over your head, food on the table. What more do you want?
I want to be treated like a partner, not a burden.
Partner? What exactly do you bring to this partnership?
I manage the entire household. I cook, clean, do laundry, manage our schedules, and take care of everything at home.
That's nothing compared to what I do. I work 60 hours a week to bring home the bacon.
And I work 24/7 to keep this home running smoothly.
Please, don't compare your little chores to my actual job.
little chores? You wouldn't last a day doing what I do.
Is that a challenge? But because I could easily do your job, but there's no way you could do mine.
Then why don't you try it? Take a week off and do everything I do.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't take time off work for your silly games.
It's not a game, Jake. It's our life.
Our life is fine. You're the one making the problems where there aren't any.
The problem is your attitude and your unwillingness to see my perspective.
Your perspective is skewed. You don't understand the real world.
The real world? I lived in the real world long before I met you, Jake.
And look how well that turned out. You should be thanking me for rescuing you.
Rescuing me? Is that what you think you did?
Of course. Where would you be without me?
I'd be a lot happier for one thing.
Oh, so now you're not happy? After everything I've done for you?
What exactly have you done for me, Jake? Besides criticize and belittle me.
I've given you a life you could only dream of before.
A life where I'm constantly stressed about money and treated like a child?
You're acting like a child right now. Grow up and realize how good you have it.
Good. You call this good?
Yes, I do. And if you don't like it, maybe you should leave.
Maybe I should.
Don't be dramatic. Where would you even go?
I'll figure something out. I always have.
Right, because you did so well on your own before.
I managed just fine before I met you.
Is that so? Then why don't you go back to that life?
Maybe I will.
You're bluffing. You wouldn't last a day without me.
Watch me.
Fine, go ahead. Pack your bags and leave. See how far you get.
Is that what you really want, Jake?
What I want is for you to stop complaining and appreciate what you have.
What I have is a husband who doesn't respect me or value my contributions.
And what you'll have is nothing if you keep pushing me.
Is that a threat?
It's a reality check. You seem to have forgotten how good you have it here.
Good. You call this good?
Yes, I do. And you should too.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from you.
Well, believe it. This is the real world, Sarah. Not some fairy tale where everything is perfect.
I never expected perfect. I just expected basic respect and consideration.
You get plenty of respect. More than you deserve, honestly.
How can you say that?
Because it's true. You're living in a fantasy world where you think you contribute equally.
I contribute more than equally. I make your life possible.
My life? I make my own life possible. You just ride along.
Right along. I work just as hard as you do.
Please, don't make me laugh. Your work is a joke compared to mine.
A joke? Is that what you think of everything I do?
Compared to my job? Yes, it is.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Do you have any idea how hurtful you're being?
Hurtful? I'm being honest. Maybe you need to toughen up.
Toughen up? I've been plenty tough dealing with your attitude.
My attitude is just fine. You're the one with the problem.
I'm not the one belittling my spouse and threatening to abandon them.
I never threatened to abandon you. I just said you should be grateful.
Grateful for what? Your constant criticism?
Grateful for the life I provide you.
The life you provide? I contribute to this life too, Jake.
Not nearly as much as I do. Face it, Sarah, you're dependent on me.
I'm not as dependent as you think.
Oh, really? Then prove it. Leave if you're so unhappy.
Maybe I will.
You keep saying that, but we both know you won't.
Don't be so sure.
I am sure. You have nowhere to go and no way to support yourself.
I managed before I met you, and I can manage again.
Right, because you were doing so well before.
I was doing just fine.
Keep telling yourself that. You both know the truth.
The truth is that I'm worth more than this, Jake.
Worth more? You're lucky to have what you have.
Lucky? To be treated like this?
Yes, lucky. Do you know how many women would kill to be in your position?
My position of being constantly criticized and undervalued?
Your position of having a husband who provides for you.
Provides the bare minimum in emotional abuse, you mean?
Emotional abuse? Now you're just being ridiculous.
Am I? Because from where I'm standing, that's exactly what it is.
Being overly sensitive. This is normal married life.
If this is normal, then I want no part of it.
Fine, leave then. See how you do on your own.
Maybe I will. It can't be worse than this.
You'll come crawling back within a week.
Don't count on it.
I don't need to count. I know you, Sarah. You can't make it without me.
You clearly don't know me at all.
I know you better than you know yourself.
If you really believe that, then you're even more delusional than I thought.
Delusional? I'm the only one here seeing things clearly.
Clearly? You're so blinded by your own ego, you can't see anything.
My ego? You're the one threatening to leave over nothing.
This isn't nothing, Jake. This is our marriage falling apart.
It's only falling apart because you're making a big deal out of nothing.
Nothing? You call your constant belittling and financial abuse nothing?
Financial abuse? Don't be dramatic. I provide for you.
You provide the bare minimum and then criticize me for not making it stretch far enough.
Because you're wasteful. You don't know how to budget.
I budget everything down to the last penny. There's nothing left to cut.
There's always something to cut if you try hard enough.
Like what? We're already living on instant noodles half the time.
Maybe you should learn to go without eating so often.
Are you serious right now?
That's serious. You could stand to lose a few pounds anyway.
I can't believe you just said that.
What? I'm just being honest. You've let yourself go since we got married.
And you've let your true colors show. I never realized how cruel you could be.
Cruel? I'm doing you a favor by being honest.
Honest? You're being deliberately hurtful.
You can't handle the truth, that's your problem.
The truth is that you're an emotionally abusive jerk, Jake.
Name calling now? Real mature, Sarah.
It's not name calling if it's true.
You're really pushing it. Keep this up and you'll regret it.
Is that another threat?
It's a warning. You're on thin ice.
I think we're well past thin ice at this point.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm done, Jake. I can't do this anymore.
Done? Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. I'm being serious.
You can't be serious. Where would you even go?
Anywhere but here. I'll figure it out.
You'll be back. You always come back.
Not this time. I'm really done.
Fine. Leave. See how far you get without me.
I'll get further than you think.
We'll see about that. Don't come crying back to me when you fail.
Trust me, I won't.
You're making a big mistake, Sarah.
The only mistake I made was staying with you this long.
You ungrateful little...
Save it, Jake. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Fine. Go see if I care.
Goodbye, Jake.
You'll regret this. How have you been? It's been 6 months since I ignored you. Have you realized how much you need your husband now? If you grovel, I might forgive you. What do you say? I'll come home today if you apologize to me.
Excuse me? Who are you?
You're not showing any remorse at all. I'm reaching out to you and you're wasting this chance. Or do you want a divorce?
Oh, you must be the trash. Sarah deleted all of your chats after screenshotting and saving the data. That's why I didn't recognize you. What are you talking about, trash husband?
Who are you? Where's Sarah?
I'm Emily, Sarah's friend and business partner, and Sarah is currently away on a business trip.
Business trip? What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't know? Sarah and I started a company together. It's been quite successful.
Company? Sarah? You must be joking.
No joke. She's actually in New York right now closing a deal with a major client.
It's impossible. Sarah doesn't know anything about business.
Apparently, she knows more than you think. Our company has been growing rapidly.
I don't believe this. Let me talk to Sarah.
She's busy, and frankly, I don't think she wants to talk to you.
She's my wife. I have a right to talk to her.
Ex-wife, actually. The divorce was finalized months ago.
What? No, that's not possible.
It's very possible, and very real. You signed the papers, remember?
I didn't think she'd actually go through with it.
Well, she did, and she's much happier now.
This is ridiculous. I demand to speak with Sarah.
Demand all you want. It's not happening.
You can't keep me from talking to her.
Actually, I can. She's asked me to handle all communication with you.
This is absurd. I'm her husband.
ex-husband, and you lost any right to demand anything when you treated her like garbage.
I never treated her like garbage.
Really? Because I've seen the messages. You're lucky she didn't take you to court for emotional abuse.
Emotional abuse? Don't be ridiculous.
The only ridiculous thing here is your attitude. Sarah's moved on. You should too.
Moved on? To what?
To a better life. One where she's respected and valued.
I respected and valued her.
Your actions say otherwise. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
This isn't over. I'll talk to Sarah myself.
Good luck with that. She's blocked your number.
She can't do that.
She can, and she has. Goodbye, Jake.
Wait! Just tell her I want to talk, please.
I'll pass along the message, but don't expect a response.
Fine, but this isn't over.
For Sarah, it is. Goodbye.
What do you want to talk about? You should have received contact from my lawyer about the alimony.
Sarah, are you back from your business trip? I've heard about your work. It's amazing that you and Emily started a company together. I'm really proud of you.
I don't understand why you'd be proud. I don't need your praise. What did you contact me for?
I've come back home.
Whoop-de-doo. I just hope you don't think you're coming back to the house.
That's fine. We're divorced, so you're well within your rights not to let me. But you should know I didn't want to divorce you, Sarah.
Even if you say that now, you're the one who gave me the divorce papers, and the divorce is final.
I know. But I've been thinking a lot these past few months.
That's nice for you. Is there something specific you needed?
I want to apologize for everything.
It's a bit late for that, don't you think?
I know it's late, but I mean it. I was wrong, Sarah, about everything.
And what brought on this sudden realization?
I've been struggling since you left. I didn't realize how much you did for me.
So you're apologizing because your life is harder now?
No, that's not it. Well, not entirely.
And?
I've had a lot of time to think. And I realized what an absolute jerk I was to you. You didn't deserve any of that.
You're right, I didn't.
I know, and I'm truly sorry. I was cruel and unfair to you.
Yes, you were.
I understand if you can't forgive me, but I wanted you to know that I regret how I treated you.
I appreciate the apology, Jake, but it doesn't change anything.
I know, I miss you, Sarah.
Jake, we're divorced. You need to move on.
But can't we try again? Now that I've realized my mistakes?
No, Jake, we can't.
But why not? I've changed, I swear.
Because I've changed too, and I'm happier now than I ever was with you.
You can't mean that.
I do mean it. My life has improved in every way since we split up.
We had good times too, didn't we?
We did, but they didn't outweigh the bad ones.
I can make it up to you. I could be better.
Jake, listen to me. It's over. We're over. No amount of apologizing or promises will change that.
But Sarah, I love you.
If you loved me, you wouldn't have treated me the way you did.
I made mistakes, horrible mistakes. But people can change.
Maybe they can, but that doesn't mean I have to give you another chance.
Please, Sarah, I'm begging you.
I'm sorry, Jake, but my answer is no.
What about all we've been through together?
And what about it? It's in the past, where it belongs.
So that's it? You're just going to throw away our entire history?
Our history is exactly why I'm saying no, Jake. I haven't forgotten how you treated me.
I said I was sorry.
And I heard you, but sorry doesn't fix everything.
Then what will? Tell me what to do, Sarah. I'll do anything.
There's nothing you can do. It's too late.
It can't be too late. Not after everything we've been through.
Jake, please, accept that it's over.
I can't accept that. I won't.
You don't have a choice. We're divorced. I've moved on.
Moved on? To what?
To a life where I'm respected and valued, where I don't have to beg for basic necessities.
I can respect and value you now. I've learned my lesson.
That's great for you, Jake, but I'm not interested.
How can you be so cold?
I'm not being cold. I'm being honest.
After everything I've done for you?
Everything you've done for me? Like what?
I gave you a home, didn't I?
A home where I was constantly stressed and belittled.
I provided for you.
You provided the bare minimum and then criticized me for not making it stretch far enough.
I didn't realize how bad it was.
Well, now you do, and now it's too late.
It doesn't have to be too late. We could start over.
No, Jake, we can't.
Why not? What's stopping us?
I am. I don't want to start over with you.
But why? We could be happy together.
We weren't happy before. What makes you think it would be different now?
Because I've changed. I understand now.
Understanding doesn't erase the past, Jake.
So you're just going to throw away all our years together?
Those years ended when you handed me divorce papers.
I didn't think you would actually go through with it.
Well, I did, and it was the best decision I've ever made.
Can't mean that.
I do mean it. My life has improved in every way since we split up.
What about me? Don't you care what happens to me?
Honestly, Jake? No, I don't.
How can you say that?
Because you didn't care what happened to me when we were together.
It's not true.
It is true. You cared about yourself. That's it.
I cared about you too.
If you did, you had a funny way of showing it.
I made mistakes, I admit that.
Mistakes? Jake, you emotionally abused me for years.
Abuse? Don't you think that's a bit strong?
No, I don't. And the fact that you're questioning it shows you haven't changed as much as you think.
I'm trying here, Sarah. Can't you see that?
I see that you're trying to make yourself feel better. That's all.
It's not fair.
Neither was how you treated me, but here we are.
So that's it. You won't even consider giving me another chance?
That's right, I won't.
After everything we've been through?
Yes, Jake. After everything we've been through, I'm absolutely certain I don't want you in my life anymore.
Well, what am I supposed to do now?
And that's not my problem anymore. You're an adult. Figure it out.
How can you be so heartless?
I'm not being heartless. I'm protecting myself.
From what? I said I've changed.
From falling back into an abusive relationship. From being belittled and devalued every day.
I wouldn't do that anymore.
You say that now, but I don't believe you.
Why not? What do I have to do to prove it to you?
Nothing, Jake. There's nothing you can do. It's over.
It can't be over. I won't accept that.
You don't have to accept it, but it's the reality.
Sarah, please, I'm begging you.
Stop begging. It's pathetic, and it's not going to change anything.
So you're just going to leave me with nothing?
You're not left with nothing. You have your job, your family, your friends.
But I don't have you.
No, you don't, and you need to accept that.
I can't. I won't.
Then that's your problem to deal with, not mine.
How can you be so cruel?
I'm not being cruel, Jake. I'm being firm.
What about all the good times we had?
The good times don't erase the bad ones.
But they count for something, don't they?
They counted for something when we were together, but we're not together anymore.
We could be if you just give me another chance.
No, Jake, we couldn't be, because I don't want to be with you anymore.
You don't mean that.
I do mean it. I've never meant anything more in my life.
But I love you, Sarah.
If you really loved me, you would respect my decision.
How can I respect a decision that tears us apart?
Because it's my decision to make, not yours.
But it affects both of us.
It does, but I'm not responsible for your feelings anymore, Jake.
So that's it. You're just going to cut me out of your life completely?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
After everything we've been through together?
Yes, Jake, after everything we've been through, I'm certain this is the right decision.
Can't believe you're doing this.
Believe it, it's happening.
What am I supposed to do without you?
Whatever you want. Your life is your own now.
But I don't want a life without you in it.
And that's too bad because I want a life without you in it.
You don't mean that.
I do mean it. And the sooner you accept it, the better off we'll both be.
I'll never accept it.
Then you'll be miserable for a long time. That's your choice.
How can you be so cold?
I'm not being cold. I'm being honest and direct.
Feels pretty cold to me.
Your feelings aren't my responsibility anymore, Jake.
So that's it. You're just going to walk away?
I already walked away months ago. You're the one who can't let go.
Because I love you.
No, Jake, you love the idea of me. You love having someone to control.
That's not true.
It is true, and deep down you know it.
I don't know any such thing.
Then you're lying to yourself, just like you always have.
I'm not lying. I genuinely want to make things right.
It's too late for that. You had your chance. You blew it.
People can change, Sarah.
Maybe they can, but I'm not interested in waiting around to see if you do.
So you're just giving up on us?
There is no us anymore, Jake. There hasn't been for a long time.
There could be if you just give me a chance.
No, there couldn't be, because I don't want there to be.
How can you say that?
Because it's the truth. I'm happier without you, Jake.
You can't mean that.
I do mean it. My life has improved in every way since we split up.
But what about everything I did for you?
What exactly did you do for me, Jake? Besides criticize and belittle me?
I provided for you.
You provided the bare minimum and then made me feel guilty for needing even that.
That's not fair.
No, it's not fair, but it's the truth.
I can do better now, I promise.
Your promises don't mean anything to me anymore.
How can you say that?
Because you've broken every promise you ever made to me.
It's not true.
It is true. You promised to love and cherish me. Instead, you tore me down at every opportunity.
I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, you did it. And now you have to live with the consequences.
But I want to make it right.
You can't make it right, Jake. What's done is done.
So you won't even give me a chance to try?
No, I won't, because I don't owe you anything.
After all we've been through together?
Yes, Jake. Want to know why? This is precisely because of all we've been through. Believe me, I'm absolutely certain I don't want to go through anything else with you.
But what about our history?
Our history is exactly why I'm saying no. Why won't you understand?
Can't we at least be friends?
No, we can't. I don't want you in my life in any capacity.
That's harsh, Sarah.
It's honest, which is more than I can say for how you treated me.
I said I was sorry.
And I heard you, but sorry doesn't fix everything.
Then what will? Tell me what to do, Sarah.
There's nothing you can do. It's over. Accept it and move on.
I can't just move on.
That's your problem, not mine.
How can you be so heartless?
I'm not being heartless. I'm protecting myself.
From what? I've said I've changed.
From falling back into an abusive relationship. From being belittled and devalued every day.
I wouldn't do that anymore.
You say that now, but I don't believe you. And more importantly, I don't want to take that risk.
But Sarah, I love you.
No, Jake, you don't. You love the idea of controlling me, and that's never going to happen again.
That's not true.
It is true, and the fact that you can't see that shows me you haven't changed at all.
I have changed, I swear.
Your words mean nothing to me anymore, Jake. Your actions spoke much louder.
Give me a chance to show you with my actions then.
No, I'm not interested in giving you any more chances.
But Sarah...
No, Jake, this conversation is over. Don't contact me again.
You can't just cut me off like this.
I can, and I am. Goodbye, Jake.
Sarah, wait!
I've waited long enough. I'm done waiting. I'm done with you. Goodbye.
Sarah? Sarah! Don't do this! Please, just talk to me. I'm sorry. I'll do better, I promise. Sarah, please.
After that, my ex-husband continued to contact me, but it was all just excuses. I didn't expect much from him, but it really drove home what a terrible person he is. I'm truly glad from the bottom of my heart that I divorced him. I filed for compensation from both my ex-husband and the woman he had an affair with, and it should be paid soon. My ex-husband is in debt, so it will be paid in installments, but I've left everything to my lawyer, so I won't have to deal with him ever again. Currently, my ex-husband is struggling with debt and compensation payments, moving from place to place for both home and work. He can't do any housework, so his place is a mess. His mother contacted me to complain that he can't live properly because of me, but I don't care about any of that anymore, so I've blocked her number too. My painful, exhausting marriage is now completely over. From now on, I'm going to enjoy a fulfilling life with people who truly value me.
You came in her car and left with a suitcase full of clothes.
That's ridiculous. I'm busy. Why are you making things up? Will you stop with these stupid delusions? Your naive stupidity is really getting on my nerves. I'm always enduring the stupid tangents you go on when we're talking, but this just takes the cake.
Is stupid the only word in your vocabulary, or are you panicking? The blue suitcase we bought on our honeymoon, that's what you took.
You're seeing things. You're delusional and you're getting in the way of my work. You're just an idiot, so will you shut up and leave me alone?
So that's what you think of me? I'm just a naive, airheaded idiot that doesn't know the difference between reality and delusions?
Yeah, I used to think that your airheadedness was cute, but honestly, being airheaded at 30 is just irritating. You're not airheaded, you're just an idiot.
That's just horrible.
Whatever, I've had enough. Just talking to you is getting on my nerves. Will you quit saying stupid things and get on with the housework?
So what I'm saying is stupid?
Yeah, it is. About Dad's dementia, about me and your sister meeting. It's all stupid. It's all in your head. Are you doing this to piss me off? 'Cause it's working. You should learn from your sister a little more, you know? She's only 2 years older than you, and she's smart, focused, assertive, and doesn't make up all these stupid stories. She's super reliable, too.
Do you really think so?
Either way, just stop with the stupid delusions, all right? You may have plenty of time on your hands, but I'm busy. I don't have time to go along with your stupid stories. The next time you say something like this, I'm gonna have to consider divorce. Do you want that? Your parents are dead, so you don't have anyone else to rely on, remember? Just shut up and focus on taking care of my dad.
You want me to shut up and just do as you say?
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore you the next time you message me, so don't bother sending anything.
Work is going well and the staff housing is lovely.
That's not what I said! Please, listen to me!
I thought you were calling to check if I was okay. You know, worried about how I'm doing as a single woman after divorce.
No, we're not divorced yet!
Oh, right. The divorce is next Sunday, isn't it? When we can have both our lawyers present.
I don't want a divorce!
I've already hired the lawyer, so it's too late.
The divorce was a mistake. I was stupid. I'm really sorry. Truly sorry.
You shouldn't call yourself stupid when you're going to be a father. It might affect Emma's baby.
She's impossible to deal with. When I ask her to come to the house, she refuses to help with care. She does nothing when she visits but keeps pestering me about marriage. I'm even taking time off work to care for Dad.
Tom, you're surprisingly hardworking. Good for you.
That's not it. I'm at my limit. She's just selfish. Even though I'm doing the caregiving, she says we need more money and tells me to get a night job. And Dad gets violent when he sees Emma yelling, "Thief! Thief!"
He's right.
What?
He's right, isn't he? Stealing someone's husband does make you a thief. Your dad's still pretty sharp.
Please, just help me. I'm begging you.
I'm super busy with work now. Talk to your family if you need to vent. You have Emma and Dad, 2 people. I'm alone now. I don't have time to deal with you.
I'm truly sorry. I deeply regret what I did. Please give me another chance. I want you to come back, Sarah. I'll really apologize for what happened with Emma. Please, let's start over.
But you're going to marry Emma, aren't you? And bigamy is illegal.
I'm saying I don't want to marry her.
You're going to be a father, and there's a baby coming. I thought you said you wanted to take responsibility and become a proper family with her.
How am I supposed to deal with a baby in this situation? I'm really struggling. Dad's dementia is getting worse, just like you said. He thinks I'm a bully. He throws the remote at me every day. He says he'll punish the villain, even though I'm his